the first week of January 1995. That was over 10 years ago. This is 2005. And that Wednesday I started time traveling and I went back through time. But what had happened is I drank so much water until I loosened up some of that carbonic ash. Go down to the ravenous dragon and recover the pearl that resides there. Well, inside of our body is a particle of light, just like this fire, but it's invisible. But just like this fire is giving away this soot around this candle, that's what melanin is making melanin. The melanin is coming from a fire inside of our body down in the lower gastrointestinal tract, which is our soul, and it is producing this melanin. But around that area of the gut, where the gut, and on deeper down into the anus and the root, that's why sex is that way. I'll give you two examples. Is the most concentrated part of melanin, because the simple fact here is it is hidden up under the gastrointestinal tract of the colon. See what I'm saying? So the water that I got unloosened some of that shit. And as a result, I went back into time travel, because that's all we are, is the Cossack records. Which is metal, Akasha, black. That's why they call a girl Akasha. And I was able to time travel. After drinking the water, I must have opened up something in me that I was not able to close. I opened up a gate that wasn't able to close back. That was 1995. It wasn't until 1998 that I was talking. So between 1995 and 1998, especially from 1995 to 1997, every month or every 2 weeks, I would throw up. I was throwing up from 1995 to 1997. And what had happened was, I didn't know what was going on, but I do know one thing. Every time I would throw up, I would get high like drinking a case of Coke 45, or Old English 800, a night train, Magnum. I would get high every time I would throw up. I don't know why I was throwing up. And it wasn't until 1998, and the only way that I stopped throwing up is I had to get back on the meat. When I got back on the meat, I stopped throwing up. But ever since then, I activated something inside of me, because now I can drink one tall glass of water and bend over like this. In a few minutes, the pump cuts on and I throw up. I activated a chakra. I didn't know it until 1998 when I was talking to C. Manel, and he said, well, throwing up sometimes is good. I said, why? He said, there's a little nozzle up under there and a chakra. And you activate that. And I didn't know that I activated the chakra, but I got a spiritual man that gave me this ring and gave me this called Juju. I talk about it. And Juju, his wife used to say, you know, Juju smell the wrong thing. He'll go out there and throw up. So whatever it was, I activated this chakra inside of me. And this acted to this day. I can throw up at will. Drink 2 glasses of water and stand over the toilet and bend down, and this puck comes on it and it shoots out. But after I get through, I'm drunk and I'm high, because that's all that melanin and stuff that's down there. Coming up. Now the next thing is the sex tantra thing. I did the tantra thing to the point where, as I wasn't nutting for a while and I was screwing, and I fucked one night real good, and then when the party left, I was sitting on my bed and I didn't know what house I was in. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I was lost. Right. In my own damn house. In my own bed. I said, where is this place? It's like on that movie, you remember the movie, what's the movie, Wag the Dog? Right. Woody Allen was on the plane and he woke up and said, where am I? Who are you sons of bitches? Right. And wet the plane and shit.
Yeah, where's the beans?
Where's the beans?
The beans.
Or either you in love, and one night you wake up and you look at this motherfucker and you go, who the fuck are you? I don't even know who the fuck you are. And shit. Who the fuck are
How'd you get here?
Is this my house?
Is this my car?
Is this my car?
Is this my lovely wife?
Is this my lovely wife? Talking Heads, 1981.
I know you not.
Talking Heads, 1981. It's a badass one. Okay. Now, so I open up these particular centers and stuff, and I don't know where this came from, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah. You know, yeah. So give me some more questions.
All right, so now we move on to my man Job. And at least the first time I remember seeing leprosy, I heard so many people say, well, leprosy is the white people and all this shit. But Job and Satan was tempting him, and his wife was like, get with Satan and fuck God. Job.
Okay. Metaphysically, leprosy represents an alchemical cancellation of the bleaching period, where they say the black Isis must become the white ISIS. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wash me white as snow. Not talking about white people. It's talking about from the darkness you shall get the light. And Job going through leprosy was a part of his alchemical process on into the light being.
So he was saying fuck earth and fuck my kids and fuck this.
And he went through this whole trial and tribulation, and at the end of his journey, he met an angel. Because that's in the ain't that in the Job story too? Is it in the book of Job where Jacob wrestled with the angel?
Yeah. No, that's in Jacob wrestled with the angels in Genesis.
Oh, in Genesis, it's pretty much the same story. Job
is the oldest book in the Bible.
Right. Job, as well as Revelation. Job went through the trials and tribulations only to sit at the right hand side of God, and he went through the leprosy and all of that. The plagues, the leprosy, and all of that type of thing is talking about a transmutation. Now let me give you an example about a transmutation. Anybody ever detox before? Anybody ever fucking got some colon cleanser or some good shit and detox, and you when the first thing happens, you break out in rash, you get irritated, you might break out in some fucking hives. You see what I'm saying? All kind of shit happens. Well, that's what's happening with Job. There's an alchemical process that is going on. You see, that he say, whenever they say sitting on the right hand side, basically he's becoming God.
When I broke out in those hives.
When you were broke out in those hives and stuff like that. They call them what? Bee hives. Well, the bees are the swarm of these particles coming together. And detoxing, you know, are coming together. It's all alchemical. You see what I'm saying? Bees are connected with Dionysus and also the Candyman. Fucking Messiah energy from the slavery. You see what I'm saying and all? You know what I'm saying? You know, had to go through these trials and tribulation with the leprosy represents that white woman he was fucking around with.
Right.
All these are alchemical stories. If you understand the meanings of them. You see, on that particular aspect. But Job he wrestled with the angel all night, and in daybreak, not Job, Jacob. In Jacob's ladder, the Kundalini, the ladder of lights. This is called the ladder of lights, the Kabbalah. The Zohar. The ladder of lights in the book, the Zohar. In the book of the dead, they say the God who sits upon the ladder. The gods that set between Isis, Osiris, Horus, Tahuti, Ptah, you know what I'm saying? All them cousins and shit. Black ass cousins. Daddy and them. Daddy and them. Like a nigga got a bumper sticker say, damn, D-A-M, D-E-M, hoes, damn them hoes, on a bumper sticker. Only a nigga. A nigga was a bad invention. A nigga was a bad invention.
I got my receipt.
Damn them hoes. Now, it's like Beirut, best damn baseball player ever lived. Now,
what the fuck?